content. I think YouTube is all about personality. At least that's how I see it. And anyone I watch on YouTube, I watch because I care about their personality. I care about them more than just their content, but also who they are as a person. And that's why I enjoy watching them. And that's why I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy it because it's different than television. You're not just watching this product behind a bunch of producers and writers. You're watching just a person speak directly into a camera. And I think that's the beauty of it. I also think that's why so many YouTubers come and go. They forget about this part. And that's fine.
Comparing yourself to others is completely pointless. You are your own person with your own goals and your own achievements. So why would you compare yourself to others? It's completely pointless. Don't do it. If you have to do it, then compare yourself to someone that you look up to. Someone that you can aspire to be a better person. Someone that makes you feel better about yourself instead of worse. It's so easy to look at someone else's life and just think, oh, he or she is so much better, her life must be perfect, blah blah blah. Let's get real here. I don't care who you are, no one's life is perfect. Everyone has problems. The difference is that we just don't post about them on Facebook, like we do with everything else. Just remember that there's only one of you. There will only ever be one of you. So just let you be you.
You just gotta work a little harder. You gotta suck it up and get on that grind. You just gotta keep making videos. YouTube is all about quantity. If you keep uploading, people will keep watching. But now you have to work twice as hard to get people engaged. What before was so easy, when people watch you for the first time, they'll watch another video. Now you have to try a little harder to get people interested, or twice as hard. And you realize you can't take a break, because if you take a break, your numbers will fall. And if your numbers go down, people notice that you're failing and not doing as well. Or maybe they'll forget about you, or maybe they just won't care if you come back. And YouTube Analytics doesn't tell if you have to go on a break, and YouTube Analytics doesn't say if you go on a vacation. So you have to keep making videos, and you're stuck at constantly producing content. Because you have to keep the numbers up, because if you don't, then your numbers will go down, and if your numbers going down, that means you're failing. And it will just keep on going that way. And this isn't even acknowledging the people that don't make it. The people that put their heart and soul into making YouTube videos, grinding harder than anyone, just to get the feeling and taste of what that's like, you know? So if it's bad for a lot of big YouTubers, just imagine what it's like for the small YouTubers that don't make it. I almost think YouTube in a way is an addiction. You get all these numbers that make you feel good, but as soon as they go down, which they will, people just don't know how to handle it. Or they either get really sad, or they could just go crazy. And we really started to see this more and more. People making desperate attempts to maintain an audience, doing crazy things, just anything, just to get more fans, just to stay the way they are. So my tip for anyone that wants to start making YouTube videos is the same boring reply that I've always gave, which is, do it because you enjoy making it. Because if you enjoy making them, people will enjoy watching them. And if people don't watch them, then you're at least having fun making them. So you can't lose anyway. In my 100 subscriber special video that I made 8 years ago, I said this.
Like, what's the next thing? Do you want to be on machinima? Do you want to be famous? Okay, I guess it's a little early to talk about those kind of stuff, but I just want to address this and say that no, I don't want to be famous.
And I really meant it. YouTube has brought me more things than I could ever imagine. So much joy and so many experiences that I never thought I would have. And for that, I really am truly grateful. But it's definitely been some of the worst parts of my life as well. But it's a great learning experience. You may not believe me when I say this, but I truly am so grateful to say honestly that I still really enjoy making videos, even 8 years after doing it.
When the numbers started to climb, though, I mean, it must have been a little mind-blowing for you, was it?
I never expected it. I've never been the popular guy or whatever, so to all of a sudden be in the situation where there's so many people who loves what you do and appreciates what you do, that's amazing, and I couldn't be happier about it.
I get a lot of messages from you bros saying you're not happy with who you are, how you look like. I feel content with who I am, and I want you to feel the same way. By any means, I'm not flawless, so it's not about that. It's just about being happy with who you are. People point out my flaws all the time, especially since I'm on the internet. Things that I didn't even know was a problem until people told me. Like my forehead is too big, I have a giant mole here, which you might not be able to see. My nose is too wide. My chin is too wide, like long. I have a Leno chin. Not muscular enough. All these things people tell me, and maybe doesn't make me happier, but thing is, what anyone has to say about you and how you look. No one has a goddamn right to point out anything about your appearance.
That's when I started to get an audience that really cared about the content that I was making, and it was so clear. And I really see it myself when I discover new YouTubers. It's always something different. They have something different. What was it Dr. Dre said? It's easy to make it to the top, but it's twice as hard to stay there. You see people on YouTube come and go all the time.
I just felt like I was on the wrong path in life. It wasn't really what I wanted to do. And I saw that there was this opportunity over here that seemed insane and it seemed too good to be true, but I wanted to give it a shot at least. And I'm here now, and I'm lucky it worked out.
This is where most people fail right away. I see so many people get really angry about this one because they bought all this expensive equipment and they come to me like, where are the subscribers? Where are all the views? I spent all this money on all this equipment. I always say, don't spend money on equipment. It doesn't have to be expensive at all. And I think a lot of people wait with starting videos because they don't have all the equipment. I think it takes practice to make videos. And I think it doesn't hurt to get started with what you have. I didn't have a webcam when I started. I legit used this microphone, which I accidentally broke. That's my first microphone on the RAZER headphones. And it was fine. It really was. It definitely doesn't hurt to have nice quality, don't get me wrong, but it's not automatically going to make you get subscribers.
Everything happens for a reason. I don't believe that. That would be stupid. But it's a really great way to look at things. And it helps you keep a positive attitude when you're in a bad situation, which is really hard. And I know a lot of people seem to think of problems as this just horrible thing that should never happen, and if anything bad happens, your life is over. But really, think of how boring anyone would be if they never had to deal with any kind of problem. What kind of boring person would that make you? Problems help us grow. It helps us become better people because we learn from them, just like mistakes. But I also want to remind you that it's totally okay to be sad sometimes. It's totally okay to break apart a little bit. Being happy all the time is just not realistic, and it might actually be a good thing. Just remind you, things will always get better.